and start the recording. Okay, so let me just share my screen. Ayan, so business math, majority about business math actually is about interest, interest rate, ganyan. So, um, one of the basic formulas in business math is the simple interest formula. It's the simple interest formula, which is I equals PRT. Na ano ibig sabihin nito ng mga letters na to or variables? I is just your interest earned. P is your principal or your uh initial investment. And then R, that's your interest rate, of course. And T is the time elapsed upon investment elapsed. This is usually indicated in years. Okay, so for now, let's have an example on how to apply uh, this simple interest formula. So, suppose an investor um, earned an interest of 31,250 pesos from her investment for over 5 years. And this investment, um, it pays 2.5 per 2.5% um, simple interest annually or per year. Simple interest. Now the question is, how much did she put in this investment? So for these type of questions, we have to identify which of these numbers correspond to these variables. So first, 31,250. Sabi dito, yun yung na-earn niyang interest. So that means that's your I. Your I is 31,250 for 5 years. So 5 years, that's your T. And then this investment pays 2.5% simple interest. So that's your interest rate R. Or in decimal form, 2.5% is that's 2.5 over 100 or 0.025. Ayan. So, tinatanong then is your P. Ito, this is missing. your initial investment. So, i-plug in lang natin ito sa formula natin na I equals PRT. And solving for P, we can divide both sides by RT so that P is equal to, ito magka-cancel, I over RT, right? So that's your 31,250. R is um 0.025. And then your T, that's 5. And then simplify lang natin to. Again, we cannot use calculator for this. Pero to save us time for tonight, para mas marami tayong ma-discuss, I'll just use it, use calculator. So if we simplify this, we get 250,000 pesos. So to answer the question, how much did you put in this investment? The answer is 250,000 pesos. Okay. Klaro, klaro ba? Yes. Yes, Lee Julian.
Tinimes po ba yan or dinivide po yung sagot?
Wait, di kita marinig.
Hello, sir? Hello
Hel-
po?
Hello?
Hello po? Naririnig po
Yes.
ba ako?
Yes po.
Okay, okay, okay. Paano po nakuha na paano po siya nakuha? Kasi I was trying to solving it kasi nagiging iba po yung sagot, eh. Tinimes po ba yan or ano, tinimes po ba siya or dinivide po yan yung ano, yung P po niya?
What do you mean na dinivide?
Yung
Ano
principal rate po ng ano, yung 'di ba since yung I po is 31,000 and yung ano yun, rate is
2.5%.
yes 2.5%. Pa, paano po yan nakuha yung yung ano niya, yung final answer nun? Dinivide po ba siya or times?
Ito ba?
Yung final answer po mismo, sir.
Okay. So ang nangyari dito, pwede natin gawin. So, simple arithmetic lang naman. Pero mas madali kapag mano-mano, mas madali kapag pwede i-simplify muna itong denominator. So, that's 0.025 times 5. 5 carry 2, 1. Ayan, 'di ba? Tapos, 0.125, um, pwede dalawang ways para i-simplify ito actually. 31,250 over 0.125. So, magiging ganyan na siya, di ba? Kapag familiar ka sa 0.125, 0.125, that is just 1 over 8. And 31,250 over 1 over 8, that's just 31,250 times 8. And then you will get 250,000. Pero if you're not familiar with that, what you can do is to divide ng yun, yung usual na division, long division, right? Um, Move 3 decimal places sa divisor and then add 3 zeros. Di ba ganun yun? And then, ayan, pwede mo na ituloy yung division. So, 312 divided by 125. That's 250. Then, ganyan. 5. And then, ganyan. 250,000. Same answer. Klaro ba yung explanation ko doon?
Okay, okay, okay. So, yung 1.25 na yun is equivalent to 1.8 po yun, di ba, sir?
Opo, tama po.
Okay, 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 okay. Thank you for, thank you for answer it.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, so, ayan. May question pa ba for this question? Yes, Mara.
Sir, hello po. Tanong ko lang po, ano po yung nasa ilalim ng 2.5 sa division part ng R?
That's 100.
Okay po.
100
Thank you po.
is
Bakit po 100?
yun yung way para i-convert from from percent to decimal, 'di ba?
Okay po. Thank you po.
Kasi given 2.5%. Okay. So, yun lang. About conversion lang naman dun sa R. Kasi we can proceed with this formula, yung eto, this formula kapag naka-percent siya, dapat naka-decimal. Pero kasi kapag exam questions, lagi binibigay ay naka-percent form. So, before you proceed into substituting the values, always convert all percents into decimal. So, yun lang naman. Okay, so any more questions? Yes, Lee Julian.
Wait lang po, sir,
Sige po.
Sir,
Yes, Mara.
need po laging i-convert to decimal kapag po ganyang problem.
Yes.
Okay po.
Para
Thank you po.
magamit yung um, formula, always convert percent to decimal. Okay, so this is our first question. Okay, let's proceed na to the second question if no more questions. Okay, so for the second question, we are given that Mr. Rulik borrowed 280,000 pesos to buy materials. He repaid the simple interest loan after 4 years. His interest was 61,600. Now the question is, what was the interest rate? Ayan. So again, first step, let's identify what these number mean. 280,000, yun daw yung binarrow niya. So that will be the principal. Your um initial money. So P is equal to 280,000. You repaid the simple interest loan after 4 years. So that's your time. That's your T. And then his interest was 61,600. So interest, that's your I. 61,600. And the question is, what was the interest rate? So, ayan, use the formula again. I equals PRT. Okay, so another way of solving problems like this, um, i- kung mas comfortable kayo i-substitute agad, pwede yon. Pero pwede ring ganito, ganyan. I-solve nyo muna yung unknown variable natin or yung hinahanap. So if we are going to substitute agad, this will become 61,600 equals 280,000 times R. That's your unknown R. And your T is 4. Diba? And then, pwede natin i-multiply ito and ito. 280,000 times 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 times 4, 32. 2 times 4, 8, 11. So, that's 61,600 equals 1,120,000 R times R. Ayan. And then, ano pa ba? So, solve for R. Divide both sides by 1,120,000. Ayan. So, R is equal to ito. Pero hindi pa to simplified. Kailangan R is always expressed in percent. Ayan. So, pwed we have to turn this fraction into a percent. So, paano yon? So, at first, pwede natin i-cancel tong dalawang zero na to. And then, we can proceed by um, yung long division. So, that's 616 divided by ilan na to? 0, 0, 2, 1, 1. Ayan. So, we can add zeros, pero don't forget to add your decimal point. Ito 6,160 divided by 11,200. Hindi pa pwede, right? So we add one more zero. That's zero, so add one more. Ito, pwede na ba? Yes, pwede na. 61,600 divided by 11,200. That is, ilan ba to? 5, 0, 0. 5 times 2, 10. Carry 1. 5 times 1, 5 plus 1, 6. And then 5. And then we are left with 5,600. Then we can add one more zero for here, bring down 0. Then 56,000 divided by 11,200. Ito na yun, yung na-solve natin. So that's 5 again. 56,000. So, ayan. Ito na yung R natin. R is equal to 0.055. But in percent, we have to multiply that by 100. Tama? So, our R now is equal to, or move the decimal places lang. The decimal point 2 places to the right lang. Ganyan. So, R is 5.5%. Ayan. Clear? May question ba tayo? No question? Ayan. Adrian. Nisem. Yes.
Hello. Can I question? Bakit like we cancel out the like the zeros in both of the numerator and denominator?
Okay, so good question. So, bakit pwede natin yun i-cancel? Actually, um, ito ko na lang isulat. 60, yung kanina, 61,600 divided by 1,120,000. We can express 61,600 as 616 times 100. And then sa baba, we can express this into 11,200 times 100, right? And then, pwede natin i-cancel yung 100 dun sa numerator and denominator so that we are left with 616 over 1,200, which is the same lang. May common factor lang sila na 100. Pero, it's like a shortcut lang na kung ilang zero yung pwede i-cancel to the rightmost of a number sa numerator and as well as the denominator. Ganun lang. For faster, ano lang, division. Ganun. Okay, gets. Alright, so let's proceed with the next one. So aside from the tawag dun, simple interest formula, we also have the future value formula. So ano nga ba ang formula, formula value? Medyo similar siya dun sa simple interest, but future value formula is F equals P times 1 plus RT. So, ano ba tong formula na to? So, F, that's your future value. And then, E, R, and T, same lang dun sa kanina. E, R, and T, same as simple interest. Ayan. So, let's have an example. Find number 3 na to, no? Find the time in years wherein the sum of money will be quadrupled if it is invested at 20% simple interest rate. Ayan. So, paano natin sasagutan yung these type of questions? So, we are given na the sum of money the sum of money will be quadrupled. So yung future value natin, times 4 daw. So our F is 4 times our initial investment. And given din yung um, interest rate natin, or that's 20%, or in decimal, that's just 0.2 or 0.20. Ayun now, so paano to? So, again, gagamitin natin yung formula na to. That's F equals P times 1 plus RT. So, paano natin magagamit tong formula na to? Remember, F is 4 times P or 4P. Kaya, substitute natin yung F in terms of P. So, F is 4P times P times 1 plus, what's our R? That's 0.2. 0.2 T. Again, yung missing dito, yung hinahanap, yung unknown, that's your T. Right? T yung hinahanap. Find the time in years. So, from here, ano pwede natin gawin? May P ka dito, may P ka rin dyan. Pwede natin i-divide both sides by P so that magka-cancel sa left-hand side and right-hand side natin. So, matitira 4, excuse me, 4 equals 1 plus 0.2 T. Ano next natin? Gagawin dito. Just, ato na to, algebra. Just solve for T. Diba? So, you can transpose this one to the other side. So, that's 4 minus 1 equals 0.2T. 3 equals 0.2T. And then divide both sides by 0.2. Again, if you're familiar with 0.2, that's just 1/5. And 3 divided by 1/5 is 3 times 5, or RT is 15 years. Or if you didn't know, again, you can use the formula, the long division method. Ganyan, 3 divided by 0.2, 1 decimal point. So that becomes 30 divided by 2, 1, 2, 10, and then 5, and 15. The answer is 15 years. Okay, so are we clear on this one? All right, so next, wait, may nag-chat ba or never mind. Okay, so let's proceed with, ayan, my question. Yes, Lee Julian.
Sorry for that interruption kanina kasi may pangalan nun, may inutos lang sa akin lola ko. So, speaking of that, paano po nakukuha yung ganyang equivalent? Yung like sa 1 over, ayun, 1/5 ba yun? 1 over 5 something.
For this familiarization lang talaga. But of course, we do not expect everyone to memorize what decimal point corresponds to what fraction. So what I recommend is doing the long division method, which is this one.
Okay, copy sir, copy.
Okay, so for division of decimals, you can practice on your own. Pwede kayo mag-search online, how to do division by decimal. Yun lang naman. Saan po galing ang 30? Okay, so, um, again, yung kanina, yung ginawa ko, we started with 0.2, I mean 3 divided by 0.2, right? And then, nag-move ako ng 1 decimal point to the right na sa 0.2. So, kung ilang decimal places yung minove natin, decimal point, yun din yung i-add natin na zeros sa right side ng dividend natin. Yun lang. Kaya, so this becomes parang 0.02, ganyan, right? And then, for simplification, magiging ganito na lang siya. 2 over 30. 30 divided by 2. Ayan. Yan lang. You're welcome. Okay, so let's proceed with our next question number 4. Okay, so Carl invested 6,000 pesos that in an account that earns 8% per year. Simple interest. Now the question is how much should he invest in another account that earns 12% naman per year? Simple interest. So that uh his yearly income from the two accounts are equal. Okay, so may account siya na nag-invest siya ng 6,000 pesos na nag-earn ng 8% simple interest rate. Yung tinatanong, magkano yung i-invest niya doon sa another account na 12% naman yung interest rate para equal yung nagigain nila na interest or income. Okay, so what we can do is solve for the interest rate. So, pwede natin gamitin yung simple interest formula na I equals PRT. So, ilan ba to? 1 in a year, right? So, let's just assume let's solve for the interest rate. Interest earned in a year So the interest at 8%, remember, ito yon yung una. Your P is 6,000. And then your R, wait, sulat muna natin. Your P at 8% is 6,000. Your R at 8%, that's 8%. Or in decimal, that's 0.08. And then let's assume that P is equal to 1. So, ito ulit, I at 8%, 6,000 times 0.08 times 1. Ayan. So, 6,000 times 0.08. It's 1, 2, 3. 6 times 8 is 48. And then may 2 decimal places. So, dyan. Matitira na lang is 480. So, that's the interest earned at 8%. And we assume that it is equal to another account that earns 12%. So the interest daw at 12% is also equal to 480. Now, we know that R here is 12%. Tinatanong is the principal at this 12% account. That's your unknown. Again, I at 12% times P at 12% times R times T. Remember again, T is equal to 1. So, that's just 480. Our P, that's our unknown. Our R is 12%. Or in decimal form, that's just 0.12. And then T is 1. Okay, so we can divide both sides by 0.12. So, magka-cancel yun. So, we are left with the principal value 12%. That's 480 divided by 0.12. So, we can do long division over here. 48 times 12 is just 4. 48. Then 0. Then, copy natin yung 3 zeros. So, the principal then is equal to 4,000 pesos. Ayan. So, the answer is, sino ba to? Carl. Carl should invest 4,000 pesos into another account that earns 12% per year simple interest. Ayan. So, any questions? Yes, Lee Julian.
So, ang ano dyan, sa question na yan, tama po ba ako na P yung hanap po dyan? Which is principal ba yun?
Yes, tama. So, what happened here is may dalawa kang account and they are earning the same interest. So, ayan, may equation ka. Actually, if we are going to simplify this further, we know that we have a common I, right? So, equal siya sa PRT at 12% rate and equal din siya sa PRT at 8%. Tama. So, um, pwede natin equate ito and ito. So, P at 8%. Ganyan. And then, 12% at 0.12. Ayan. So, and then, our principal at 8% is ito, 6,000 given. And then, ito yung hinahanap natin. Then, divide both sides by 0.12. And then, you will arrive the same answer, which is just 4,000. Pero if you want to be more systematic, you can follow this solution.
Okay, sir. So, medyo madali siyang i-solve pag may ano kasi, pag mayroon siyang, ano ba
Calculator.
yun? No. What I mean, sa situation, based sa situation na yan eh, yung medyo nakukuha ko kasi siya pag may ano, pangalan po niyan, pag may, anong tawag mo dito? May, ano, hindi, rate yata yun, yung 6,000, anong tawag po doon?
6,000, that's your principal
Yes, yung principal niya,
value.
and yung rate niya is may 8 and yung time niya is 1. So medyo madali ko siyang nakukuha. So ang nangyari is pangalan niyan times na po yan automatically. Tama po ba?
Yes, tama.
Tapos yun po yung pangalan niyan, yung 480 na yan is yun po yung matitira.
Ito 480. Ito yung interest mo.
Yun yung interest. Common interest 480 pesos.
80
Tama po ba?
pesos.
Hindi, 480 po what I mean.
480. That's your common interest nung first account natin na 8% and the second account na 12%. Simple
12%.
interest.
So that means ang kailangan i-invest sa 12% na yan is 4,000, right?
Yes. And
Uh-huh.
if you are going to check it, lagay na lang natin dito. Our interest, kapag nag-invest tayo ng 4,000, wait, I equals PRT. Nag-invest tayo ng 4,000 at an simple interest rate of 12% for a year. Ito, 4,000 times 0.12 lang. Ganyan. 40. 1, 2, 3. Tama. Ayan, 480. 480 din yung makukuha natin. Ayan.
So it would be same pala pag may ano, it would be same pala siya. Napaka-familiar po kasi sa akin, sir, kaya ni-recall ko po yan since grade 11 po siya inaral.
I see. So, we're just doing some reviewing here para ready kayo for DCAT next time. Or DCAT or OSTED. Yes, Adrian.
Is it possible that we can use like yung future value as like a formula to find this and to find the values dito sa question?
Hindi pwede. Kasi we know that, di ba, F is P times 1 plus RT. Right? And walang given na future value. Ang given is the interest. Which is, although hindi sinabi explicitly kung magkano yung interest, pero masosolve natin yan doon sa first account natin na may 6,000 pesos initial investment, earning 8% per year. And from there, makukuha natin yung I. Right? And then we can equate that to another account na 12% simple interest so that makukuha natin yung um, principal value. So that means yung F. No, 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 no. This is for another problem.
No,
I
no, no,
mean,
no, no. What I mean sa ano po, sa formula po. Formula interest ba yun? Ay, ano naman formula po na future, ano yung future value ba yun?
future value.
Yung ano po, yung point ko dun sa F equals P1 R, 1 plus RT na yun. Yung,
Uh,
yung punto ko doon, ang formula ng future, ano yun? Future value.
okay, so one way to know kung future value siya is something like this. Kunwari, Aaron invested 5,000 pesos in an account that earns 2% simple interest per year. How much will his investment be after 5 years? Kunwari. Ayan. So, for this type of question, pwede natin gamitin yung future value formula, which is F equals P times 1 plus RT. Kasi yung tinatanong dito, how much will be his investment? So, you have an initial and then you will have a future investment. Using this formula, masasolve natin yung future investment natin, future value. Paano? Well, remember, our initial investment is 5,000. Our simple interest rate is 2%, or in decimal, that's 0.02. And then the time is after 5 years. And then we can substitute everything into the formula. It's 5,000 times 1 plus 0.02 times 5. Ayan. Ito, 0.02 times 5 is just 0.10. And then 1 plus 0.10 is 1.1. So this is equal to 5,000 times 1.1. Right? Then 5,000 times 1.1. Oh, 55000, then 1 decimal point. 5,500. So our future value after 5 years. So what this means is after 5 years of initial investment of 5,000, after at a 2% simple interest rate, our future value will become 5,500. And is that clear?
Okay, yes sir, yes sir, sir. I know about your point naman na po.
Ayan. So that's how you apply the future value formula. How about this one? Any questions sa problem na to.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, hindi naman po ito question about the problem. Kasi po, yung pong day 1 and day 2 na review for DCAT is hindi po ako naka-attend because late ko po nalaman na may gantong review po pala. Naka-post po ba yan sa YouTube? And
Yes.
pati po ito?
Yes, the day 1 and day 2 review are already posted on YouTube. And then for tonight's recording, it will be posted probably tomorrow, the latest. But we will upload it as soon as we can.
Okay po. Thank you po, sir.
Okay, so another ibang topic naman to. So you really don't have to have watched day 1 and day 2 to understand. Yeah. And so let's proceed with our next. Ano number na to? Ay, so ito na lang number 5 natin. So number 6. Okay, so in business math or all math problems, practice makes perfect talaga. So we have to do lots of drills para masanay tayo. Okay, so number 6. Mr. John invested a fraction of 7,200 pesos at a 4% simple interest. And the rest at a 5% annual simple interest rate. Now the question is, if the interest from both accounts are equal or are the same, how much is the total? How much is each interest? How much is each interest? How much is the interest from one account? And the follow-up question is, how much is the total interest from both accounts? Ayan.
Sir, ang hinahanap po dyan bali is yung time naman po ang hinahanap sa question na yan.
Not quite. Kasi if we are going to look at the question, sabi how much is the interest? So again, we are looking for the value of interest given this scenario. So, yes.
So it means future value po yan.
Not yet. No. Kasi
Okay.
wala siyang...
I'm analyzing po kasi, sir.
Yes, you can take your time in analyzing. Pero one way to know if this is a future value question, pag kunwari may will, using future tense, ganun. Tapos it talks about future value. Yan. Pero here, it did not mention anything about future value. So we can cross that out from our option. Ayan, so, okay. So, eto. Paano natin isosolve yung interest from one account and total interest from both accounts? Okay, so, dun muna tayo sa first account na may 4% simple interest. Sabi dito, a fraction of 7,200. Hindi niya sinabi kung magkano. So, let's just call it P sub 1. This is the first investment. With a simple interest rate of 4%, R sub 1. 4% or in decimal form, that's 0.04. And our time is just 1 year. Sa second account naman natin, that's our second investment. Ano yung sinabi dito? The rest of 7,200. So, we have a total of 7,200. That's P1 plus P2. 7,200 daw yung total na ininvest niya. A fraction of it went to the first investment and the rest went to the second investment. So, yun yung ibig sabihin nun. Ay, bakit ko inalin? P1 plus P2 equals 7,200. So, pwede natin isolve yung value ng P2 from here in terms of P1. We can transpose P1 to the other side. So, this becomes P2 equals 7,200 minus P1. So, our P2 is 7,200 minus P1. Our R2, yung sinabi kanina, 5% or 0.05. And ito T1 to, T2 is also 1 year. Okay, so sinabi ulit dito na interest from both accounts are equal. So, I1 equals I2. And we know that I1 is P1 R1 times T1. And our I2 is P2 R2 T2. And so, pwede natin i-substitute yung mga values natin here. P1, that's our unknown. I mean, it's a missing value. R1 is 0.04. T1 is 1. P2, pwede natin express in terms of P1. That's 7,200 minus P1. R2 is 0.05. And RT1 is 1. RT2 is 1. Ayan, so dito sa left-hand side, if we are going to simplify that, it will just be 0.04P1, right? And then dito, sa right hand side, pwede natin i-distribute yung 0.05 dito sa 7,200 and P1. 7,200 times 0.05 is 0. Ito, 2 times 5 is 10. 7 times 5 is 35 plus 1, 36. And then 2 decimal places. So that's 360 minus 0.05 times P1 is 0.05P. Ayan, so pwede natin i-transpose ito sa kabila. So that 0.04P1 plus 0.05P1 equals 360. And then ito masisimplify into 0.09 P1 equals 360. And then solve for P1. 360 divided by 0.09. We have two decimal places, so we add two zeros. 36 divided by 9 is 4. And it is exact. So we copy the three zeros to the right. So P1 is 4,000 pesos. Pero hindi pa dyan nag-e-end kasi ang tinatanong ay how much is the interest from one account. So, eto, we can use this one. Remember, recall that I1 is P1 times R1 times T1. What's our P1? Nasolve na natin, 4,000 pesos. Our R1 is 4%, 0.04. And our T1 is 1 year. So 4,000 times 0.04 is 160. So our account from, again, yung sinabi dito, interest from both accounts are equal. Since I1, I sub 1 is 160, this follows that I2 is also 160. So, for the first question, how much is the interest from one account? The answer is 160 pesos. And then the follow-up question, how much is the total interest from both accounts? That's just I1 plus I2. Or that's 2 times 160, which is 320. And is it clear? Clear ba?
Yes po, sir.
Alright. Thank you. Okay, so let's proceed sa at a similar problem tayo. Number, ano to? 7. A portion of 6,000 pesos was invested at 6% simple interest. And the remainder at 8% simple interest. After a year, the total investment, I mean, the total interest was equal to 450 pesos. Now the question is, how much was invested at 8% interest rate? Ayan. So, similar kanina, mm, let's denote 6,000 as our first. Oh no, 6,000 is our total. P1 plus P2 is 6,000. So again, our R sub 1 is 6% or 0.06. And then our R sub 2 is 8%. And then ngayon, given naman yung I natin or our total interest. I sub 1 plus I sub 2 is 450 daw. Ayan. So, again, we know that I is equal to PRT. This is the formula. So, I sub 1 is, wait lang. Dito muna tayo. We know that P1 plus P2 is 6,000. We can solve for P P2 in terms of P1. That's 6,000 minus P1. Tama? And then our I1 plus I2 is equal to 450. So I1, P1, R1, P1. Wait, yung T pala natin, di pa natin ano. After a year, so that's just 1 year. T1 is 1, T2 is 1. Plus P, P2, R2, and T2 is also equal to 450. Ayan, so substitute muna tayo ng values. P1 is unknown. R1 is 0.06. T1 is 1. P2 is, ito, in terms of P1, that's 6,000 minus P1 times R2 na 0.08 and RT2 is 1, all equal to 450. And then, ayan, pwede natin mas-solve yung P1 dito. Okay, so simplify natin. Ito will just become 0.06 P1. This 6,000 times 0.08. Magkano yun? 480 minus 0.08 P1 equals 450. And so, pwede natin i-simplify ito. This will become 0.08 negative 0.02 P1. Ito, transpose natin. 450 minus 480 is equal to negative 30. And then divide both sides by negative 0.2. Oh, 0.02. P1 equals negative divided by negative. That's positive. So, ito, if we will do the long division, this will yield us 1500. 1,500. So our P1 is 1,500. Pero P1 is invested at 6%. Remember? Pero ang tinatanong, how much was invested at 8%? Our P2. What is our P2? So remember, our P2 is equal to 6,000 minus P1. So that's 6,000 minus 1,500. Or that is equal to 4,500 pesos. Ayan. Any questions? If none, ayan. Okay. Yes, Lee Julian.
Ano pong tawag dyan sa solution na yan? Or ano pong tawag? Ano yung bukod sa, what do you mean about dun? Bukod po sa future value and sa simple interest, sa ano yun? Simple interest ba yun?
Yes.
Yung una, yung pinakauna, simple interest po ba yun?
Yes.
Okay. Ano po naman tawag dyan ngayon?
So this is just translating the word problems into equations. This is an application of the formula na simple interest at saka algebra, basically. So, we are turning word problems into equations. Parang kunwari, ito, a portion of 6,000 was invested and the rest and the remainder at 8%. So what this means is you have two accounts. While in Charles law, uh, nasa ibang field ata yan sa chemistry.
No. Nagsabi po kasi si Adrian na natandaan niyo yung
Reminds me of gas laws. Okay.
natandaan niya raw yung gas laws and natanong po ko kung Boyles and Charles law po yun.
Well, the Boyle's law and Charles law, mas nag-a-apply siya kanina doon sa same interest. Kanina parang ganito. Ito, I1 equals I2. Di ba parang P pressure times volume of the first times ganun of the second. Pero instead of pressure times volume, gumagamit tayo ng formula of interest. And our interest rate formula is equal to PRT. So, P1R1T1 equals P2R2 T2. Ganun. You get the analogy of Boyle's law, Charles law to this.
What do you call about combining Boyle's law and Charles law? I forgot kasi.
Combined gas laws.
Yeah, I think. It was so familiar kasi.
Yeah, probably. Pero let's stick with the topic of business map here. Okay. So that's my question pa ba? Your so question. Yes, Mara.
Sir, question lang po kasi most of the time dito po ako nagkakamali kapag po, sa in terms of word problems po. Kasi po yung pag-a-analyze po, minsan po nahihirapan po ako, nagtataka ako, ano nga hanapin dito, ganyan. Ano pong advice niyo para like mas masanay sa gano'n or like madaling mahanap yung hinahanap? Thank you po.
Okay, so kapag hindi mo alam kung ano yung hinahanap, kapag kunwari nabasa mo na yung question, eto, ah mag-focus ka doon sa question mismo na kunwari dito, how much was invested at 8% interest rate. So may parang idea ka na yung hinahanap is how much was invested, which is the principal, yung principal natin. Pero we have two principal values, invested at 6% and invested at 8%. In-specify naman doon sa um, question na invested at 8%. So yun yung hahanapin natin. And then kapag hindi kunwari alam mo lang na formula is I equals PRT, right? And hindi mo makukuha yung how much was invested, yung unknown natin using only these formula. So what you can do is to translate the words into equations. Yung parang ganito, uh, mag maglelet ka ng variables that will denote what was talking about in the problem. Parang ito P1, P2, nag-denote tayo ng variables for the principal value ng 6% and principal value for 8%. And then, ayun lang. Tapos, other problems naman natin. Hmm, parang ito, sa number 5. Aaron invested 5,000 pesos in an account that earns 2%. How much will his investment be after 5 years? So, again, kapag hindi mo agad na kuha yung kung ano yung hinahanap, bumalik ka dun sa question. How much will his investment be after 5 years? So, tinatanong magkano yung investment, magiging magkano. So, from there, you'll get an idea na yung tinatanong is the future value of the investment. Ganun. And siguro last one. Ito. Mr. Ehrlich borrowed 280,000 pesos to buy materials. He repaid the simple interest loan after 4 years. His interest was 61,600 pesos. What was the interest rate? So from ito pa lang, sa question pa lang, very direct, very specific. What was the interest rate? So, yun, tinatanong, interest rate. And you know that I equals PRT, given yung P, given yung I, given yung T. R na lang yung wala. So, you can solve for that. Tapos, mas makukuha mo na. Which is, ito, yung solution for that. And so, that's for kapag nahihirapan kayo kung ano yung hinahanap sa question. Kasi usually hindi siya direct. I mean, hindi usually. Sometimes, may mga isosolve ka muna along the way. And then yung mga masosolve mo na yun, yung gagamitin mo para makuha yung main na tinatanong na question. And so that, yun lang naman for that. Okay, so next question. Wait lang. Hmm, eto muna tayo. Let's do something different. Number, ano na to? 8. The formula to calculate the future value of an annuity at the end of the investment is you are given this formula wherein FV, that's your future value of annuity. R is your uh, amount of each annuity payment. And of course, I is your interest rate. Ngayon, yung question, um, derive the formula for getting the amount of each annuity payment. Ayan. So, ano yung tinatanong dito? Derive the formula for the amount of each annuity daw. What is the amount of each annuity? Define natin dito na that is, ito, that's R. So, in terms of FV, in terms of I, in terms of N, solve for R daw. So, this is just some basic uh, equation manipulation lang naman, right? So, at given natin FV equals something. Pero gusto natin hanapin yung R equals something. But what is something? So, from this formula, FV equals R times 1 plus I raised to N minus 1 over I. Ayan. So for R lang naman, what we can do first. So, una, pwede tayo mag-multiply both sides by I. So, this becomes, eto, I times FV. Then, the right-hand side, magka-cancel na to. So, titira na lang is R times 1 plus I raised to N minus 1. And then, what's next? So, goal lang natin ma-isolate si R. Ito, we can divide both sides by ito. Divide natin both sides by yan. 1 plus I raised to n minus 1. So, wala naman masisimplify sa right hand side. Ay, dito. Sa right hand side, magka-cancel to. So, we are left with R equals I times FV all over 1 plus I raised to n minus 1. Ayan, so na-isolate na natin si R. And now, the formula, the formula for getting the amount of each annuity payment is this one. R equals I times FV all over 1 plus I raised to n minus 1. Ayan. Is it clear, everyone? All right, so let's proceed. Okay, so I will introduce another ano na naman formula. So we have this compound interest formula, which is equal to F equals P times 1 plus R raised to T. And we also have the uh, ay hindi, tama. Okay na yan pala. Let's just use the more general formula. R over M times M raised to T. So ano ba tong mga letters na to? So F is your future value of investment. T is your principal value. Principal. Or your capital invested. Again, R is your interest rate. And T is again, that's your time. Time the principal is invested, and M is your uh frequency um frequency that the interest is compounded. Ayan. So we have this compound interest formula. Okay, so this will be our last problem muna for tonight because it's kind of getting late. Number 9. Mr. Abraham loaned 100,000 pesos. He promised to pay the loan for 9 months. If the interest rate is 20% compounded quarterly in a year, how much will he need to pay? Ayan, so may ano siya, may gumamit ng future tense, will. So this talks about future value. And our formula is about future value. Yan yung F natin. So let's identify the variables first. So Mr. Abraham loaned 100,000 pesos. So that is our um, principal value. He promised to pay the loan for 9 months. Our time is 9 months. Pero we have to convert that into years. So what's 9 months into years? 9 months into years is just 9 months over 12. 12 months. Months per year. So 9 over 12 lang. What's 9 over 12? That's just 3/4. 3/4 of a year. Or in decimal is 0.75. And then R. What's R? Our R is interest rate. That's 20% or 0.2. For problems, this is really important. Kapag walang sinabi na simple interest sa problem, automatic na compound interest or assume na compound interest na siya. Again, I repeat, kapag walang sinabi na simple interest doon sa problem, that means the interest rate is talking about compound interest. Ayan, so wait lang, may isa pa tayong given. Eto, compounded quarterly given din yan, that's for our M. What's compounded quarterly? How often, ilang beses nako-compound yung investment natin or yung loan natin in a year? Sabi quarterly, so that's 4 times. Kapag ano naman, semi-annually, ganun. Eto, note na lang natin. For M equals 12 for monthly, compounded monthly, eto, 6 if every 2 months. Eto mga common lang naman. And then M equals 2 if semi-annually. Ito lang naman yung mga common na frequency of compound na pagko-compound ng interest sa mga problems or exam questions. Ayan, so gamitin lang natin yung formula. Okay, so F is equal to P times 1 plus R over M raised to MT. RP is 100,000. 1 plus 0.2 over 4 raised to M is 4. T. T is 0.75. Ayan. So, simplify lang natin. Dito sa loob ng parenthesis, 1 plus 0.2 over 4. What's 0.2 over 4? 0.2 over 4 is 0.05. And then 4 times 0.75, that's just 3. Ayan. So, eto, sa loob again, pwede natin i-simplify into 1 plus 0.05 is just 1.05. And then, kapag yung tinatanong, like, very exact question, you just have to simplify ito. 1.05 is to 3. Ilan ba to? No, 25 pala. One, two, three, four. And then 1.05. Ayan. So, ano lang to para to save us time lang. Ayan, so 1.05 raised to 3 is eto. Wait, dito pala yung decimal point. Ayan, so multiply natin siya to 100,000. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. So we can move the decimal point 5 decimal places to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's 1, 1, 5, 7, 6, 2.5. And in terms of pesos, that's ilan ba to? 115,762 pesos and 50 centavos. Ayan. Clear? Is it clear? Okay, so that's our last question muna for tonight. I hope you guys learned something tonight, and yeah. Can I also request everyone to uh wait lang. Paano i-turn off yung recording natin? Wait lang guys.